Hello everybody, welcome to the Chessbait Drivecast, your one-stop shop for kind of controversial topics and kind of controversial opinions. Today, not really talking about much. Again, I am, just like last episode, I am getting some fast food. And I was thinking, hey, since we're talking about fast food all the time, can you not, car? Since we're talking about fast food, I'm thinking, hey, I like fast food. I know a lot about fast food. I could rank some of the locations. So you know what? Let's start rambling on about some of the fast food locations and which ones are better than others. So strap your seatbelts in. Make sure that your fast food doesn't fall on the ground, and let's just take our to-go boxes well to go. Anyways, start off. The big boy, McDonald's. There's no other place to start. You know, when you think of fast food, let's be real here. Like, you can think of Taco Bell. You can think of, I don't know, freaking Dairy Queen or whatever. But McDonald's is McDonald's. Like, they're iconic for so many different things. They're iconic for their McFlurries. They're iconic for their... They're iconic for their McFlurries. They're iconic for their McNuggets. They're iconic for their Big Macs. They're iconic for so many different things. Even the freaking clown himself is so iconic. And yet, it kind of reminds me of Nintendo in the fact that McDonald's in the last couple of years has kind of just been boomerish. Like, sure, the what was it called? The Travis Scott thing was hilarious and worked out really well for them. But at the same time, they really haven't made any big plays besides that. Or should I say, made any big plays besides that. They've, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I can actually turn into the road without, gosh darn it, without being stuck for too long. It's really annoying when there's so many lanes of traffic that you have to deal with at once and you can only do so much at once. Oh god, okay. I don't know, like McDonald's is, because there's so many McDonald's in the world, there's only so much that you can do. Like sometimes, wait, no, that's the opposite. There is so much that you can do. Sometimes you can do extremely well and give me like an S tier, 3 Michelin star experience. And then sometimes you give me waiting for about 40 minutes to give me utter, like, literal garbage. You know, it's quite the mixed bag. And I don't really like it, but, you know, it's just how it is. It is how it is, or it is what it is. That's what I meant to say. But that's besides the point. The point is that McDonald's is probably like a B tier, C tier restaurant. I hate to say that to all the fans of McDonald's, but it's true. There's not really much you can do with that restaurant besides... Actually, there isn't really much you can do at all. That's all I'm saying. Also, is there really no U-turn here? Okay, there's a U-turn there. I guess I'll just... I'm sorry, it's my first time being on this specific road in a very, very long time. And, you know how it is with roads that you haven't driven on in a while. Just not used to being there. I'm also trying to make sure that I don't actually spill anything. Anyways. I would like to drive. Thank you. Anyways. What's up next? Burger King, I guess? Burger King is basically the same tier as McDonald's, but it's just, like, not one tier lower, it's just one position lower. And the reason I say that is that Burger King they have decent food, it's just they never know how to advertise it, so they always just kind of lag behind McDonald's. It's kind of like the Sonic to the Mario. You know, Sonic's got some good stuff, but he always manages to slip up at every possible turn. You know, because it's Sonic. Of course he does. Speaking of Sonic, I've never actually been to Sonic, so y'all can stop pestering me about that specific restaurant. What else is there? Oh. There is Taco Bell. Honestly, I think that Taco Bell is a solid A tier. I do have to say that most of the, it's really annoying that most of its food is pretty dry because you got salty beef combined with salty chicken, combined with really dry tortillas, combined with cheese, and all of this stuff is gonna make your mouth drier than a desert. But then again, like I don't care that it's an insult to Mexican food and Mexican culture. Taco Bell is still delicious, man. There's during the first season, the middle of it, I started eating Taco Bell because I had nothing else to eat. Because I had nothing better to eat. And I'm telling you, it's reliable, it gets good stuff, it takes some of the best items off the menu, which I really hate. But at the same time, it just knows how to make good food. So, like, if I were to go through every single item in Taco Bell, I'm willing to bet you that it has like the least number of bad items compared to every other restaurant. Burger King's got a few good items, but a lot of bad items. McDonald's got, I think, like 50-50. It's got some pretty good stuff and some pretty bad stuff because it just has so much variety. And Wendy's, I guess, is up next. I would consider Wendy's the jack of all trades, the master of none. It's got some really good solid food. I've never been there often enough to actually be able to give them a good proper judgment but from like how many times I've been there, or the few times I've been there, it's got some decent stuff. And like I said, the only problem I have is that it's got nothing outstanding. It's got a bunch of good stuff, but it's got nothing like it's got nothing in that top bracket. I'd probably give it an 8 tier as well. Like the square patties, yeah, I mean, it's weird, but whatever, it's your style. And Twitter doesn't count. The Wendy's Twitter does not give it an extra score, but still, it still makes like really. There's only so many ways that you can say that this restaurant has good food, and you know, I've never had a bad experience with it. So moving on. Chick-fil-A. This is the problem with Chick-fil-A. It's a A+ tier. It's like really high A tier. The only reason I don't put it in S tier is just because of how expensive it is. Because it's one of those like very premier events. Like when you have a when you want to celebrate getting divorced. No, when you want to celebrate some big event that you have, some big let's suppose that you aced all your classes and got an internship to a really good company, and you're making lots of bank now, and you asked somebody out and they said yes, and everything, the stars are just aligning. That's what Chick-fil-A is for, when you want to congratulate yourself on all the good stuff that's happening. And because it's top tier food, it gives you good eats. However, it's also very expensive, so you can only do that so many times. So, like the food is God tier, but at the same time, it's also, you also can't buy it too often. So that's what keeps it from being an S tier. Speaking of chicken, let's go to KFC. I don't know if that really counts as fast food, but let's be real. There's enough KFCs around the world for me to consider it fast food, and KFC is really iffy. I don't know. I feel like KFC has just progressively gotten worse over the years, and okay, it's not gotten worse. It's just that the competition's gotten better, and because KFC isn't really doing all that much, it's kind of just lagging behind everybody. Like, for example, both Popeyes and I would consider both Popeyes and Chick-fil-A above KFC, just because not only have they done better advertising, they've also improved their food tenfold, so people are willing to come back. You go to KFC once and you don't really have the want to go back to another KFC. Like, the bucket is fine and all, and their memes are great, but there's not really much to talk on. Geez, I feel like I'm forgetting someone big. There's a bunch of fast food restaurants that I don't really go to all that often because, for one, they're not available, or two, I just don't feel like going to them all that much. And one of them that aren't available to me because I don't live in the western half of America is In-N-Out. Oh, Five Guys, S tier. You get free peanuts, very expensive food, but the food is really good. It makes you super full. So, you get what you get for your price. It's really efficient. I don't care what y'all say. I know it's super bad for me, but whatever. I mean, I still really like that place. And I think that In-N-Out is really similar to it. I think In-N-Out has a slightly better burger, but I think I'd much rather go to a Five Guys than an In-N-Out. I don't know, it's just personal preference. Just been to Five Guys a lot more often. I've also gotten better service there, so it's just how it is. Also, peanuts. I love peanuts to death, so getting infinite peanuts is really nice. And I don't know, when I think of like the American burger experience, I think of Five Guys. Like In-N-Out is great, but it's like Chick-fil-A. It's more of an event. I don't know if it's more expensive, but it feels more expensive. And the burgers, I don't know, like just the fact that it's not available to me where I am in my state just kind of insults me. Like I get that, you want to keep In-N-Out classic, but then like why didn't you just keep it on the entire West Coast? You started expanding to some of the Midwest and the Southwest states. It's just a little confusing. You're either like expanding all the way across America or you're not. And I just think it's kind of hypocritical for you to go back on your word like that by start expanding through the middle third of the U.S. I don't know. Still a good burger. In-N-Out probably an 8 out of 10. No, 8 out of 10 compared to a B. What is that supposed to be? I don't know. I'd probably put In-N-Out either at like low A or high B. It's good, but not anything I really want to write home about. It's like milkshakes. I'm pretty sure they got milkshakes in other places already. So, the problem is it's too comparable to other restaurants now. So what's the point? What is the point? That's all I want to know. Anyways, I've already arrived at my destination. I think I rambled on for long enough. I know there's plenty of other fast food restaurants that I could talk about, but like frankly, I don't really want to go back to this topic for a while. I know I talk about YouTube way too often, but that's just where I work. But besides that, all the different topics and concepts that people go over, I don't really want to talk about too much. I'm sorry, that's just how I am with my Drivecast. So, you're not going to be seeing the word PogChamp pop up in the Drivecast for a while. You're not going to be seeing me talk about... What have I talked about? Jeez. You're not going to be seeing me talk about... I don't know. I feel like all I ever talk about is YouTube. You're not going to be see me talking about BoJack Horseman for a while. You're not going to see me talking about some of the Pixar movies, some of the what else there? Time zones for a while. Like these topics that just come and go in my head, and I just kind of do them as I please. So if I want to bring it back, I'll bring it back. But just because it'll be boring if I talk about the same thing 10 times over, besides YouTube. I'm just not going to want to bring it up. Anyways, I've already arrived at my destination. I really should have stopped about 2 minutes ago. I'll see you guys next time on the next episode of the Chessbait Drivecast. See you guys then.